Hey yo, what is going on today, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing this S13, man. Someone had posted up in the comments asking me to do the S13 a little while ago. I think it's called, was it the Watson, I think, something like that in this game. But you know, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Be sure to hit that like button, and I shall catch you guys after the intro. Alright, so here we are in the tuna menu for the Wellington. That's what it is, the Wellington, not the Watson. But yeah, no, guys, 280 horsepower in this thing, 325 newton meters of torque, man. This thing is running pretty nicely at 280 horsepower. I have just literally had a little tune up with it, making sure it was perfect for you guys and up to date with my new gear and setups and everything for this game. It is now 100% correct, it is perfect. But yeah, no, guys, let's go ahead, jump straight into it here. Jump straight into suspension. We got 9 centimeters on the front and 9 centimeters on the back. You already know we got to be running that thing low as possible. Front spring stiffness is obviously stock. Same with all of my shocks, shock absorbers, everything like that. Everything like that is stock. If you guys have your own sort of thing that you want to run for your shocks, for your springs and your anti-roll bars, be sure to do that. That's no problem at all. You can run that at whatever the hell you want to do. But yeah, now let's go ahead, move straight on to front toe. Here is at 0.10, and on my rear toe is negative 0.08. Front camber here is at negative 14 on the dot, man. It makes a change that we've got negative 14 on the dot for once. And on the rear camber, obviously we're running negative 11.09. Unfortunately not on the dot again, but yet to see that, man. We are yet to see a negative 14 on the dot and a negative 11 on the dot for the camber wise. But you know, we'd never know, man. We might be able to get it at some point, maybe. But anyway, moving on. Obviously, like I said earlier, front anti-roll bars and rear anti-roll bars. If you have your own thing to set, you know, your own like setup for that, be sure to run that. That's no problem at all. Moving on to caster here, we've got 6.5 caster in here. Anchorman angle is 100%, and our max steering angle is at 58 degrees. So that is everything for suspension. Let's move on to the wheels. On the wheels here, I got 17 inches on the front and the rear. Obviously, you want to keep those exactly the same size. They look a bit weird with one 20-inch rim and one like 13-inch. Front tire width, we got 245 millimeters on the front and 245 on the back. Front tire pressure is at 285 kPa, exactly the same as the rear, 285. Front wheel adhesion, we've got at 100%. Rear wheel adhesion, we've got at 90%. Front wheel track width here we have at 11, and on the rear we have 9. Obviously, if you're running a wide body or some different type of body kit that's not the stock body kit like what mine is, then obviously it's going to be a little bit different for you for the track width and everything like that. But all you want to do is you just want to make that flush with your fenders and make it so, you know, it just looks clean, man. Moving on to front tire profile, we've got 35% of the front tire profile, and on the rear exactly the same. Moving on to engine now, here we go, all the important 280 horsepower. We got a 3% tune-up on the engine. We got 4,400 RPM on the max torque. Rev limiter, we're at 8,137, which is all the way to the left, literally just pump that all the way to the left. Turbocharger, we have got a turbo in this thing at 0.2 ATM. Now that should give you, if you get this, all the numbers exactly how they are here, you should have 280 horsepower with 325 newton meters of torque, or 240 foot-pounds of torque. Now moving on to transmission. We have a diff locking ratio here at 1.00. Our final drive is at 3.00. Our first gear is at 4.00. Our second gear is at 2.17. Our third gear is at 1.90. Fourth gear is 1.80. Fifth gear is 1.75, and sixth gear I don't use, but is at 0.48. But you know, I don't use my sixth gear. Your golden gear for this car is second gear. Third gear, if you're taking those long sweeping corners, everything like that. Like for argument's sake, you're playing Togue, East Togue. third gear is probably going to be your gear for those long mountain corners, with maybe a hint of fourth if you need it. If third starts banging, fourth is perfect for that as well. You should be able to sort yourself out with either second, third or fourth for those sort of corners. Obviously second gear is going to be your golden gear for the short circuits that we usually run here on the channel. But anyway, moving on to brakes now. We are brake torquing at 2,697 Newton meters of torque. Obviously, as you can see there, the bar is just in between the T and the O, the middle of the bar there, between torque. So if you have a specific brake that you run, like if you're a heavy finger, if you have a heavy finger and you push down on the brake all the way down, be sure to lower that down even further. You know, just so you don't start, you know, when you hit the brake, you don't completely stop if you're in a tandem train or anything like that. It's always handy to have your brakes so that you don't, you know, fully brake, but it's just nice enough that it keeps you in the drift, keeps you in the tandem, but slows you down just ever so slightly. Our front brake bias is at 60% and our ABS is on. If you like to run ABS off, be sure to run ABS off. But for me personally, I love having ABS on. Just helps me, obviously, not lock in my brakes and everything like that. But yeah, no guys, that is pretty much it for the tune for the, what was it again, Wellington, I think it was, for the S13. So let's go ahead and start drifting. Alright guys, so here we are at the track. I just wanted to let you guys know real quick that I do have a few issues with, obviously, the horsepower. You might have a few issues as well with this car where it changes the horsepower and stuff like that. But if you are going to use this car and you have turned the game off, quit the game, or turned your Xbox off, since you last used this car, be sure to go ahead and check just to make sure that your horsepower is still exactly the same. Just check your tune, make sure that you're not running like 286 or whatever the case may well be. I do have a few horsepower problems at the moment with a few of the cars. I'll try my best to let you guys know which ones they are, just in case you guys have exactly the same problem, or you log on, you find that your car's not 100% correct, or it feels different to the way how you set it up originally. That is a thing. I hope to shed some light maybe on this situation that we have with CarX at the moment with the horsepower problems. I might do a video about it, I'm not too sure. But yeah, no, like I say, with a few cars there are a bit of an issue with horsepower and it changed and stuff like that. But anyway, we're at the track here right now. I'm going to go ahead and start sliding this thing. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and I shall catch you guys after this run. Alright guys, so that is going to be it from the Wellington S20, I believe it is. Thank you guys all for watching this video. If you did like it and you enjoyed the build, everything like that, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. If you do and you have built the build and you really like it, be sure to let me know down in the comments any more builds as well that you want me to do that you haven't seen on the channel so far. Be sure to let me know, man. I want to be able to build everything that you guys want to see built as a slow tandem tune. Don't worry, I will do maybe a few fast builds. I've got a few fast builds that I should be able to show off, hopefully, if you guys are into that, like fast tandem builds, whatever the case may well be. I've got like a few. I'm thinking about doing a points one. I've got a points build that I've got at the moment on the hot rod. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to let me know as well. But yeah, no guys, that is completely completely it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to hit that like button, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.